The discovery. In the vast expanse of the Atacama Desert, Dr. Elena Rodriguez wiped the sweat from her brow, her eyes fixed on the strange metallic object protruding from the sand. For 3 years, her team had been excavating this site, following a trail of anomalous energy readings that defied explanation. But nothing could have prepared her for this. "Marcus, get over here," she called out to her research partner, her voice trembling with excitement and a hint of fear. Dr. Marcus Chen rushed over, his eyes widening as he saw the object. It was roughly the size of a basketball, its surface covered in intricate, swirling patterns that seemed to shift and change as they watched. Is that what I think it is?" Marcus whispered, reaching out to touch the object before Elena swatted his hand away. "Don't touch it. We don't know what it could do," she warned, her scientific caution overriding her curiosity. "But yes, I think this is it. The source of the energy readings. And if I'm right, this could change everything we know about human history." As the two scientists carefully excavated the artifact, they had no way of knowing that this discovery would indeed change everything, not just about human history, but about humanity's place in the universe. Over the next few weeks, the artifact was transported to a secure facility outside of Santiago. The world's leading experts in archaeology, physics, and xenobiology were brought in to study it. But despite their best efforts, the object remained a mystery. It resisted all attempts at analysis, its composition defying known elements. It wasn't until Dr. Rodriguez made a startling discovery that the first breakthrough came. She noticed that the patterns on the artifact's surface seemed to respond to her thoughts. When she concentrated, they would shift and change, sometimes forming recognizable symbols. It's like it's trying to communicate," she explained to the assembled team. "But not through language. Through images, feelings, concepts." As Elena focused on the artifact, a holographic display suddenly sprang to life above it. The scientists watched in awe as images flashed before them, vast starfields, strange alien worlds, and most shockingly, what appeared to be ancient humans, their hands raised towards the stars, energy crackling around them. "My God," Marcus breathed. Are those our ancestors?" The implications were staggering. The artifact wasn't just alien technology, it was a record, a message left behind by an ancient human civilization. A civilization that had achieved interstellar travel and incredible feats of power long before recorded history. As news of the discovery spread, the world was thrown into chaos. Religious leaders struggled to reconcile this new information with their teachings. Governments scrambled to control the narrative and gain access to the artifact, and ordinary people everywhere grappled with the realization that everything they thought they knew about human history and potential was wrong. But for Elena and Marcus, this was just the beginning. As they continued to study the artifact, they began to notice strange changes in themselves. Increased cognitive abilities, heightened intuition, and in rare moments, hints of abilities that seemed almost supernatural. "Whatever this thing is," Elena said one night as they pored over their latest data, "I think it's changing us. Awakening something that's been dormant inside us for millennia." Marcus nodded, his eyes gleaming with a mixture of excitement and apprehension. "The question is, are we ready for it? And more importantly, is the rest of the galaxy ready for us?" Little did they know, far beyond Earth's atmosphere, alien civilizations were already taking notice. The awakening of humanity's true potential had begun, and the galaxy would never be the same. As the first part of our story comes to a close, tensions are high and the future uncertain. Humanity stands on the brink of a new era, one filled with both promise and peril. The discovery of the artifact has set in motion events that will reshape not just Earth, but the entire galaxy. In the coming days, weeks, and months, humanity would face challenges beyond their wildest imaginations. They would encounter alien races both friendly and hostile, navigate complex interstellar politics, and ultimately be forced to fight for their very survival. But through it all, The spirit that had driven humans to explore, to innovate, and to persevere would be their greatest asset. The journey ahead would be difficult, but as the artifact had shown, the potential within each human was greater than anyone had ever dreamed. As Elena and Marcus left the lab that night, the artifact pulsing gently behind them, they couldn't help but feel a mix of excitement and trepidation. The next chapter in human history was about to be written, and they would be at the forefront. Little did they know, somewhere in the vast expanse of space, other eyes were watching. The awakening of humanity had not gone unnoticed, and the galaxy held its breath, waiting to see what this young species would do with their newfound power. The stage was set for an epic tale of human potential, interstellar conflict, and the ultimate question: in a universe full of advanced civilizations, could humanity rise to become something truly extraordinary? As the sun set on Earth, casting a golden glow over the Santiago facility, the artifact pulsed once more, as if in anticipation of the incredible journey that was about to unfold. The awakening. The dawn of humanity's cosmic renaissance broke over a world still reeling from the Santiago revelation. In the months following the discovery of the alien artifact, Earth had become a crucible of change, hope, and fear. Dr. Elena Rodriguez and Dr. Marcus Chen found themselves at the epicenter of a global phenomenon that would soon ripple across the stars. Psionic surge incidents reported worldwide. The headlines screamed. From Tokyo to Toronto, ordinary people were manifesting extraordinary abilities. A schoolteacher in Mumbai spontaneously levitated her entire class during an earthquake, saving 24 lives. A firefighter in Sydney extinguished a raging inferno with a mere thought. These awakened, as they came to be known, were living proof of humanity's hidden potential. Elena stared at the holographic displays surrounding her in the newly established Cosmic Potential Research Center. "It's happening faster than we anticipated, Marcus," she said, her voice a mixture of awe and concern. "The artifact isn't just awakening abilities, it's accelerating our evolution." Marcus nodded, his eyes gleaming with an otherworldly light, a side effect of his own awakening. "The question is, are we evolving fast enough? Look at this." He pulled up a classified feed from deep space telescopes. The images showed a massive object decelerating at the edge of the solar system, an alien ship. "First contact is imminent," Marcus whispered, "and we're far from ready." As if in response to humanity's plight, the artifact pulsed, projecting a series of complex equations into the air. Elena's enhanced mind deciphered them almost instantly. This is incredible," she breathed. "It's the key to faster-than-light travel, and some kind of cosmic energy manipulation." Before they could delve deeper, alarms blared throughout the facility. General Maya Okonkwo, the newly appointed head of Earth's Unified Defense Force, strode in, her face grim. "Doctors, we have a situation. Our deep space outpost on Europa has gone dark, and we're detecting multiple wormhole signatures throughout the solar system." The room fell silent. Humanity's trial by fire was about to begin. Across the globe, the awakened felt a collective call to action. In New Beijing, Li Wei, a young artist, found herself painting prophecies of stellar battles with brushstrokes of pure energy. Deep in the Amazon, indigenous shaman Carolina Ortiz communed with the spirits of distant worlds, gleaning crucial intelligence about the approaching alien armada. Meanwhile, in the bustling megalopolis of Neo-Lagos, teenage prodigy Adebayo Oladale had a breakthrough that would change the course of the coming conflict. Combining his newfound psionic abilities with cutting-edge quantum computing, he developed the first prototype of what would come to be known as the Mind Ship, a vessel controlled purely by thought, capable of impossible maneuvers and devastating psychic attacks. As Earth prepared for the impending storm, the artifact revealed one final crucial piece of information. The aliens approaching weren't a single unified force. They were representatives of various factions, some curious, some fearful, and some openly hostile to the awakening of humanity's cosmic potential. Elena and Marcus found themselves addressing the United Nations Security Council, now expanded to include representatives from every nation on Earth. "Ladies and gentlemen," Elena began, her voice steady despite the gravity of the situation. "We stand at a crossroads not just for our species, but for the entire galaxy. The powers awakening within us are not the coincidence or a random mutation. They are our birthright, hidden from us for millennia by forces we're only beginning to understand." Marcus stepped forward, activating a holographic display of the Milky Way. "Our ancestors once walked among the stars as equals to the greatest civilizations in the galaxy. We were explorers, peacekeepers, and when necessary, warriors. But something happened, a cosmic catastrophe or perhaps a deliberate act, that caused us to forget who we truly were." Murmurs rippled through the assembly as the implications sank in. Humanity wasn't just joining the galactic community, they were reclaiming their place in it. General Okonkwo took the floor, her voice ringing with determination. "We have weeks, perhaps days, before the first alien ships enter our atmosphere. Some may come in peace, others with the intention to subjugate or destroy us. We must be prepared for any eventuality." As the meeting adjourned, a plan began to take shape. The awakened would be gathered and trained, their burgeoning abilities honed into a force unlike anything the galaxy had seen in millennia. Earth's best minds would work tirelessly to reverse engineer the secrets of the artifact, developing technologies to defend their world and reach out to the stars. But even as humanity rallied, dark forces gathered in the depths of space. The Shroud Collective, an ancient and xenophobic alien empire, watched the resurrection of human potential with growing alarm. For eons, they had worked from the shadows to keep younger races suppressed, fearing the chaos and change they might bring to the carefully controlled galactic order. Aboard the Shroud Collective's capital ship, Eternal Night, Overlord Zixthar convened his war council. "The humans must not be allowed to fully awaken," he hissed, his void-black eyes gleaming with malevolence. "Deploy the nullifiers, shut down their little evolution before it truly begins." As the first wave of Shroud ships slipped into stealth mode and approached Earth, humanity stood on the brink of its greatest challenge. The awakened, still grappling with their newfound abilities, would soon be all that stood between Earth and annihilation. In the Cosmic Potential Research Center, the artifact pulsed with increasing urgency, as if sensing the approaching danger. Elena and Marcus exchanged a look of grim determination. The time for research and debate was over. Now they would have to put their theories and their species' cosmic legacy to the ultimate test. As night fell over a world holding its breath, shooting stars streaked across the sky, not meteors, but the first wave of an alien armada. Humanity's moment of truth had arrived. Would their awakening be enough to face the trials ahead, or would their cosmic renaissance be extinguished before it truly began? The stage was set for a confrontation that would shake the foundations of the galaxy. Earth, long ignored as a cosmic backwater, was about to remind the universe why humanity had once been both respected and feared among the stars. In bedrooms and boardrooms, in labs and launch pads, billions of souls steeled themselves for the challenges ahead. The next chapter in human history was about to be written, in starfire and stardust, in courage and sacrifice, in the indomitable spirit that had always defined their species. As the artifact's glow intensified, casting long shadows through the research center, Elena whispered a phrase that would soon become humanity's rallying cry across the stars. "We are the children of Earth, heirs to a cosmic legacy, and we will not go quietly into the night." The awakening was complete. The battle for humanity's future was about to begin. Cosmic Crucible. The skies above Earth erupted in a dazzling spectacle of light and energy as humanity faced its first true extraterrestrial challenge. Operation Stardust, the hastily assembled global defense initiative, crackled to life as the Shroud Collective's nullifier ships breached the atmosphere. Awakened squadrons, engage at will. General Maya Okonkwo's voice thundered through the psychic link, connecting Earth's newfound heroes. Remember your training, trust your abilities, and show these cosmic bullies why they should have left us alone. Across the globe, the awakened took flight, their bodies wreathed in shimmering auras of psionic energy. Leading the charge was Zara Chen, Marcus's younger sister, who had manifested the ability to manipulate gravitational fields. With a gesture, she sent a nullifier ship spinning off course, its crew experiencing sudden, devastating weight fluctuations. In the streets of New York, Paris, and Lagos, civilians watched in awe as battles raged overhead. Telepathic duelists locked minds with alien invaders, their psychic confrontations manifesting as swirling vortexes of color and light. Telekinetic warriors hurled debris and vehicles at the enemy ships, while pyrokinetic defenders created walls of blue flame to protect population centers. But it was Adebayo Oladel's mineship prototypes that truly turned the tide. The sleek, organic-looking vessels danced through the skies, outmaneuvering the nullifiers with impossible precision. Thought-guided energy weapons lanced out, bypassing alien shields as if they didn't exist. They didn't expect this. Adebayo's voice crackled through the comm systems, a note of fierce pride evident. Their tech might be advanced, but it's got nothing on the power of the human mind. In orbit, the situation was even more chaotic. The artifact had provided humanity with rudimentary shield technology, allowing their hastily upgraded satellites and space stations to withstand the initial barrage. But the real show was the improvised space force led by Elena Rodriguez herself. Using her newly awakened ability to manipulate cosmic radiation, Elena had transformed a group of volunteers into living starships. Their bodies, encased in specially designed suits, channeled the fundamental forces of the universe. They soared through the void, leaving trails of stardust in their wake as they engaged the larger shroud vessels. "Form up on me," Elena called out, her voice resonating through the fabric of space itself. Cosmic sling maneuver, just like we practiced. The human starships fell into formation, generating a localized wormhole that catapulted them behind the enemy fleet. Caught off guard, several Shroud ships fell to the ensuing ambush. But the Shroud Collective hadn't become a galactic power through incompetence. Overlord Zixthar, watching the battle unfold from the bridge of the Eternal Night, snarled in frustration. "Deploy the Void Eaters," he commanded, his voice dripping with malice. "Let's see how these awakened humans fare against the ultimate nullification." Massive, pitch-black spheres emerged from the largest Shroud ships. As they approached Earth's defenders, all psionic abilities within their radius began to flicker and fail. The Void Eaters lived up to their name, devouring the very essence of the Awakened's power. "Mayday, Mayday." Zora's panicked voice cut through the psychic network. "I've lost all control over my abilities. These things there are key." Her transmission cut off abruptly. For a moment, it seemed as though humanity's miraculous defense was about to crumble. But in the Cosmic Potential Research Center, Marcus Chen had a flash of inspiration. "Elena," he shouted through their quantum-entangled communicator. "The artifact. It's not just a key to our abilities, it's a beacon. We need to amplify its signal." Understanding dawned in Elena's eyes. With a thought, she retreated from the space battle, streaking back towards Earth in a blaze of cosmic fire. Racing through the atmosphere, she crashed through the roof of the research center, her body still glowing with stellar energy. "Cover me," she gasped to Marcus as she approached the artifact. "This is going to take everything I've got." As Elena placed her hands on the alien object, the world seemed to hold its breath. For a moment, nothing happened. Then, with a sound like the birth of a star, a pulse of pure, golden energy erupted from the artifact. It washed over the planet in an instant, restoring and amplifying the abilities of every awakened individual. In orbit, Zara Chen's eyes snapped open, blazing with renewed power. With a primal scream, she generated a gravitational field so intense that the nearest Void Eater imploded, collapsing in on itself. Adebayo's mineships, suddenly supercharged, executed maneuvers that seemed to bend the very fabric of reality. They phased through shroud vessels, leaving devastation in their wake. And high above the earth, Elena Rodriguez emerged once more, her body now a living constellation. She raised her hands, and the stars themselves seemed to answer her call. A cascade of cosmic rays swept through the battlefield, shorting out shroud technology and opening rifts in space-time that swallowed entire enemy squadrons. Aboard the Eternal Night, Overlord Zixar watched in disbelief as his invasion force was decimated. "Impossible," he whispered, his usual arrogance replaced by genuine fear. "What are these creatures?" The answer came not in words, but in a psychic transmission that resonated through the minds of every being in the solar system. It was a montage of human history, not just the recorded past, but the cosmic legacy that had been hidden for so long. The rise of a spacefaring civilization, their role as peacekeepers and explorers, and the cataclysm that had forced them to hide their true nature. As the transmission faded, Helena's voice echoed across the psychic network and through every communication channel. "We are humanity awakened," she declared, her words carrying the weight of eons. "We come in peace, but we will defend our home and our right to exist with every fiber of our being. To those who would threaten us, know this: the children of Earth have remembered who they are, and we are not to be trifled with." A stunned silence fell over the battlefield. Then, to the shock of both humans and the Shroud Collective, a new voice joined the psychic chorus. "The Guardians return," it intoned, filled with a mix of joy and trepidation. "The balance shifts once more." Suddenly, the space around Earth shimmered as hundreds of ships dropped out of faster-than-light travel. But these weren't reinforcements for the Shroud. They were representatives of a dozen alien races, drawn by the awakening of humanity's cosmic potential. As the newcomers moved to surround the remaining Shroud ships, a new chapter in galactic history began to unfold. Humanity had not just defended itself, it had announced its return to the cosmic stage in a way that no one could ignore. The battle was over, but the true challenges and opportunities were just beginning. As the adrenaline of combat faded, Elena, Marcus, and the other leaders of Earth's awakening found themselves facing a new reality. They were now players in a galactic drama beyond anything they could have imagined. As the sun rose over a planet forever changed, humanity looked to the stars not with fear, but with a sense of destiny reclaimed. The cosmic crucible had forged them anew, awakening not just incredible abilities, but a sense of purpose that would echo across the cosmos. The universe, it seemed, had best prepare itself. Humanity was back, and they had no intention of fading into obscurity ever again. Stellar diplomacy. The dust had barely settled from Earth's triumphant defense when humanity found itself thrust onto the galactic stage. The United Nations spaceport, hastily constructed in the Sahara using newly acquired alien technology, buzzed with activity as delegates from across the Milky Way arrived for the first Galactic Concord Summit. Dr. Elena Rodriguez, now bearing the title of Earth's cosmic emissary, stood at the center of a whirlwind of preparations. Her body shimmered with barely contained stellar energy, a constant reminder of humanity's awakened potential. "Remember," she briefed her team, a mix of diplomats and awakened individuals, "we're not here as supplicants or newcomers. We're reclaiming our place among the stars. Be respectful, but stand firm." As alien dignitaries began to arrive, the diversity of galactic life was on full display. The crystalline Prism Collective sent envoys that refracted light in dazzling patterns. The gaseous nebula Concordat's representatives floated in specially designed containment fields. And the silicon-based lithoids rolled in on treads of living stone. But it was the arrival of the eldest, representatives of the galaxy's most ancient civilizations, that truly captured humanity's attention. These beings, their forms defying easy description, radiated an aura of cosmic wisdom that even the newly awakened humans found awe-inspiring. The summit began with a bang, literally. A young awakened named Kira Patel, nervous in the presence of so many alien beings, accidentally triggered her pyrokinetic abilities. A ball of plasma shot from her hands, narrowly missing the Prism Collective's lead ambassador. Instead of causing a diplomatic incident, the mistake led to the summit's first breakthrough. The PRISM delegate, fascinated by the raw energy display, proposed an exchange program to study human psionic abilities. Your species' potential is intriguing, the crystalline being chimed, its voice a melody of tinkling sounds. We offer knowledge of quantum crystallography in exchange for insights into your evolutionary leap. As negotiations progressed, it became clear that humanity's awakening had upset a delicate balance of power in the galaxy. Some species, like the enigmatic void dancers, celebrated humanity's return. The cosmic ballet is enriched by your presence once more, that emissary crooned, its body a swirling vortex of dark matter. Others, particularly those aligned with the Shroud Collective, viewed Earth with suspicion and fear. The Null Consortium, masters of anti-psionic technology, demanded that humanity be contained. Your uncontrolled evolution poses a threat to galactic stability, their ambassador droned, its featureless face a mask of disapproval. The debates raged for days, with Earth's representatives fighting for recognition and fair treatment. It was Marcus Chen who finally broke the deadlock with a daring proposal. "We understand your concerns," he addressed the assembly, his eyes glowing with inner fire. "So let us prove ourselves. We propose the formation of a new peacekeeping force, the Cosmic Guardians. Humans will work alongside other species to maintain order and face threats that endanger us all." The proposal sent shockwaves through the summit. The idea of these newly awakened beings taking on such a role was met with both excitement and trepidation. It was Zixthar, the Shroud Overlord, who voiced the strongest objection. "Absurd," he hissed. "You would give these children such power. They'll doom us all." But support came from an unexpected quarter. The eldest, silent until now, stirred. Their spokesperson, a being of pure energy contained within an ornate mechanical shell, addressed the assembly. "We remember," it intoned, its voice echoing with the weight of eons. "We remember when humans walked among us as equals, as guardians, as friends. Their fall was a tragedy that unbalanced the cosmic scales. Perhaps it is time for those scales to be righted." The endorsement of the eldest swayed many undecided factions. After intense negotiations, the Galactic Concord was signed. Earth was officially recognized as a sovereign power, with humans granted rights to travel and settle on unclaimed worlds. The Cosmic Guardians would be formed, with awakened humans serving alongside other species. But the Concord came with conditions. Earth would share its rediscovered technologies, including the secrets of awakening latent psionic potential in other races. In return, humanity would receive mentorship from elder races to ensure their powers developed responsibly. As the summit concluded, Elena found herself face-to-face with Zixthar. The Shroud Overlord's hatred was palpable, but there was also a grudging respect in his void black eyes. "You've won this round, human," he growled. "But the galaxy is vast and full of shadows. We'll be watching." Elena met his gaze unflinchingly. "As will we, Overlord. The children of Earth are awake, and we do not intend to slumber again." As delegates departed, humanity faced a new dawn. The stars, once distant points of light, now beckoned with promise and challenge. Awakened humans prepared to join expeditions to the farthest reaches of known space, while Earth itself began to transform under the influence of alien cultures and technologies. Adebayo Oladel's moonships entered mass production, forming the backbone of Earth's new stellar fleet. Zara Chen established an academy to train the next generation of awakened humans, preparing them for life among the stars. But even as humanity celebrated its return to the galactic community, storm clouds gathered on the cosmic horizon. The Shroud Collective, though humbled, was far from defeated. Whispers spread of an ancient prophecy, speaking of a cataclysm that would either elevate humanity to godlike status or lead to the unraveling of the universe itself. In the depths of space, on worlds untouched by human feet for millennia, long-dormant machines stirred to life. The true test of humanity's cosmic legacy was yet to come. As the first human settlers prepared to depart for distant colonies, Elena Rodriguez stood at the launch site, her heart filled with a mixture of pride and trepidation. The artifact, now integrated into Earth's planetary defense systems, pulsed with an urgency she couldn't quite decipher. "We've reclaimed our place among the stars," she murmured to Marcus, who stood beside her. "Now we have to prove we deserve it." Marcus nodded, his gaze fixed on the ships preparing for departure. "The real journey is just beginning," he replied. "But whatever's out there, whatever challenges we face them together, as humans, as awakened, as part of something greater than ourselves." As the colony ships lifted off, their hulls gleaming in the sunlight, a new chapter in human history began. The galaxy watched, wondered, and waited to see what these reawakened children of Earth would do next. Little did they know, forces beyond their comprehension were already in motion. The cosmic game had entered a new phase, and humanity's actions would determine the fate of not just their species, but of all life in the universe. The stars beckoned, filled with promise and peril in equal measure. And humanity, eyes open and spirits soaring, answered their call. Echoes of eternity. The celestial nexus, a colossal space station at the heart of the Orion Arm, hummed with activity. 5 years had passed since humanity's cosmic awakening, and the galaxy was a changed place. Dr. Elena Rodriguez, now known as the Star Speaker, stood before the Galactic Council, her form shimmering with barely contained stellar energy. "Esteemed representatives," she began, her voice resonating with otherworldly harmonics, "I bring grave news. The void storms are expanding." Holographic displays flickered to life, showing vast swathes of space being consumed by roiling darkness. The void storms, a phenomenon as old as the universe itself, had long been contained to the galactic fringes. Now they threatened populated systems. Zixthar, the Shroud Overlord, leaned forward, his void black eyes narrowing. "And how convenient that humanity, with its newfound cosmic legacy, is here to save us all," he sneered. Elena met his gaze unflinchingly. "This is not about power or politics, Overlord. The void storms threaten us all. We need to work together." As debates raged in the celestial nexus, back on Earth, a new crisis was unfolding. Marcus Chen, leading a team of human and alien scientists, had made a startling discovery. The artifact, he explained to General Okonkwo, pointing to the alien object that had started it all, "It's not just a key to our abilities. It's a map and a warning." The artifact projected a galactic map, showing a network of ancient structures scattered across the Milky Way. At the center was a massive, pulsing point of light. "We're calling it the cosmic core," Marcus continued. "We think it's the source of the precursor energy that awakened our abilities. And we think it's dying." General Okonkwo's eyes widened. "Dying? What does that mean for us? For the galaxy?" Before Marcus could answer, alarms blared throughout the facility. Outside, the sky turned an ominous shade of purple as reality itself seemed to warp. Across the galaxy, similar phenomena occurred. On the desert world of Zarthak, crystalline spires erupted from the sand, pulsing with eldritch energy. In the nebula nurseries of the Void Dancers, newborn stars began to sing in haunting, impossible harmonies. And in the depths of Shroud Space, ancient machines, long thought dead, sputtered to life. Back in the celestial nexus, chaos erupted as reports flooded in from every corner of the galaxy. It was Lyrith, the liquid metal emissary of the Eldest, who finally brought order to the pandemonium. It is as the prophecies foretold. Lyrith's melodious voice cut through the noise. The cosmic reverberation has begun. The choices made in the coming days will determine the fate of all existence. Elena felt a pull, a cosmic summons she couldn't ignore. "The cosmic core," she breathed. "We need to go there, now." As if in response, a massive portal tore open in the center of the Nexus chamber. Through it, they could see a swirling maelstrom of cosmic energy surrounding a colossal structure that defied comprehension. "The Eternity Engine," Lyrith whispered in awe. the birthplace of consciousness itself. Without hesitation, Elena stepped towards the portal. "I'm going," she declared. "Who's with me?" To everyone's shock, Zixar moved to join her. "If the universe is at stake," he growled, "the shroud will not stand idly by." One by one, representatives of the major galactic powers volunteered for the mission. The Void Dancers, the Prism Collective, the Lithoids, all set aside their differences in the face of cosmic peril. As the unlikely team prepared to step through the portal, a transmission came through from Earth. It was Marcus, his voice tight with urgency. "Elena, wait. The artifact, it's changing. I think it's trying to tell us something about the Eternity Engine. It's not just the source of our powers, it's alive, and it's dying." Elena's mind raced, connecting cosmic dots. Of course, she breathed. The void storms, the awakening of ancient machines, the cosmic reverberation, it's all connected. The universe itself is trying to save its own consciousness. With newfound determination, Elena addressed her makeshift team. "What we do here will echo through eternity. We're not just saving our own civilizations, we're saving the very essence of existence. Are you ready?" The assembled beings, once bitter rivals, now united in purpose, nodded their assent. With a deep breath, Elena led them through the portal, into the heart of creation itself. As they vanished into the cosmic maelstrom, the galaxy held its breath. Countless beings, from the smallest microorganisms to the mightiest spacefaring empires, felt a shiver of anticipation. The next chapter of cosmic history was about to be written, with humanity playing a pivotal role. Back on Earth, Marcus stared at the pulsing artifact, its surface now crawling with symbols that seemed to shift between every known language and some that had never been seen before. "Good luck, Elena," he whispered. "The fate of everything rests in your hands." As the portal closed behind the cosmic team, the artifact let out a pulse of energy that rippled across the planet. All over Earth, humans and aliens alike looked to the skies, feeling a connection to something greater than themselves. The cosmic core awaited, its mysteries ready to be unraveled. The question remained, would the combined might of the galaxy's greatest minds be enough to save the consciousness of the universe itself? Or would the void storms consume all, leaving only eternal silence in their wake? The stage was set for the greatest adventure in cosmic history, with humanity standing at the forefront of a battle for the very soul of existence. The echoes of eternity were about to resound across time and space, and every living being in the universe would feel their impact. The Quantum Crucible. As Elena and her diverse team of cosmic allies stepped through the portal, they found themselves in a realm that defied comprehension. The Eternity Engine pulsed before them, a structure so vast it seemed to encompass entire galaxies within its spiraling architecture. "By the void," Zixar whispered, his usual arrogance replaced by awe. "It's beautiful." Elena nodded, her body resonating with the cosmic energies surrounding them. "And dying," she reminded them. "We need to find a way to stabilize it." As they approached the core of the engine, reality itself began to warp and twist. Time flowed differently here, with past, present, and future bleeding into one another. The team witnessed the birth of stars, the rise and fall of civilizations, and the heat-death of countless universes, all in the span of heartbeats. Lyrith, the liquid metal emissary of the eldest, suddenly froze. "Listen," it urged. "The engine, it's singing." Indeed, a haunting melody permeated the cosmic expanse. It was the song of creation itself, a symphony of quarks and quasars, of life and death, of beginnings and endings. But the melody was discordant, fragmented. "It's trying to tell us something," Elena realized. "But the message is incomplete." Meanwhile, back on Earth, Marcus Chen made a startling discovery. The artifact, now pulsing in sync with the distant Eternity Engine, began projecting complex quantum equations into the air. "It's a key," he breathed, his enhanced mind racing to keep up with the calculations. "Not just to our abilities, but to the fundamental forces of the universe itself. As Marcus worked feverishly to decipher the equations, Elena and her team faced their greatest challenge yet. The core of the Eternity engine was a swirling maelstrom of pure possibility, where the laws of physics broke down entirely. "We need to stabilize it," Xanthar, the crystalline scientist of the Prism Collective, chimed. "But how do we affect something that exists in all states simultaneously?" It was Zixthar who provided the unexpected answer. "With consciousness," he growled, "the one force that can collapse quantum probability." Elena's eyes widened as understanding dawned. Of course, the engine isn't just a machine, it's the collective consciousness of the universe itself. We don't need to fix it, we need to heal it. As if in response to her realization, tendrils of energy reached out from the engine's core, enveloping each member of the team. They felt their minds expanding, connecting not just with each other, but with every conscious being in the cosmos. In that moment of universal connectivity, Elena understood the true nature of humanity's awakening. They weren't just reclaiming lost abilities, they were evolving into the next stage of cosmic consciousness. "Everyone," she called out, her voice resonating across dimensions, "focus your thoughts. Imagine the universe whole, vibrant, alive." As the team concentrated, projecting their collective will into the heart of the engine, something miraculous happened. The discordant melody began to harmonize, the fragmented realities started to coalesce. Back on Earth, Marcus gasped as the final piece of the quantum puzzle fell into place. "Elena," he shouted into the void, hoping his message would somehow reach her. "The key. It's not just about stabilizing the engine, it's about evolving it." Across the galaxy, beings of all species felt a pull, an urge to look to the stars and think of unity, of holiness. The collective consciousness of trillions of minds focused on a single purpose, the continuation of existence itself. In the heart of the Eternity engine, Elena felt the surge of cosmic will. With a burst of inspiration, she realized what needed to be done. "We're not here to save the old universe," she declared. "We're here to birth a new one." As if triggered by her words, the core of the engine began to pulse with blinding intensity. The team found themselves merging with the cosmic energies, their individual consciousnesses expanding to encompass the entire universe. In that eternal moment, they witnessed the birth of a new reality. The dying universe collapsed in on itself, but instead of ending in entropy, it erupted in a new Big Bang, fueled by the collective will of all conscious beings. As the new cosmos blossomed around them, Elena and her team felt themselves being pulled back, their mission complete. They had not just saved existence, they had elevated it to a new plane of being. The portal reopened in the celestial nexus, and the team stumbled through, forever changed by their experience. As representatives from across the galaxy clamored for explanations, Elena raised her hand for silence. "My fellow beings," she began, her voice carrying the weight of newfound cosmic understanding, "we stand at the dawn of a new age. The universe as we knew it is gone, reborn into something greater. And we are its guardians, its nurturers, its children and its parents all at once." As news of the cosmic rebirth spread, a new era of galactic cooperation dawned. The void storms dissipated, the ancient machines fell silent, and the barriers between species began to crumble. Humanity, once seen as upstarts in the cosmic arena, now stood as bridges between the old and the new. Their unique evolutionary path had prepared them for this very moment, to be the catalysts of universal transcendence. As the new cosmos continued to unfold, bringing with it wonders and challenges yet unimagined, Elena looked out at the transformed galaxy and smiled. The journey that had begun with a single artifact in the deserts of Earth had led to the rebirth of all existence. The quantum crucible had forged a new reality, one where the boundaries between thought and matter, between individual and collective, were blurred. And humanity, awakened at last to its true cosmic potential, stood ready to lead the way into this bright, infinite future. As the stars sparkled with renewed vigor, Elena whispered a promise to the cosmos. "We are awake, we are aware, and we will never stop evolving. The greatest adventure has only just begun." And across the vastness of the new universe, countless beings looked up at unfamiliar skies and felt, for the first time, truly united in the grand cosmic dance of existence. Cosmic Symphony. The newborn universe pulsed with vibrant energy, a kaleidoscope of realities intertwining in a dance of infinite possibility. A millennium had passed since the quantum crucible, yet for the ascended beings that humanity had become, it was but a blink of an eye. Elena Rodriguez, once a simple archaeologist, now existed as a cosmic consciousness spanning galaxies. Her essence resonated with the very fabric of spacetime, a guardian of the new order. The harmony approaches, she communicated across the cosmic web, her thoughts reaching every corner of existence instantaneously. Prepare for convergence. The harmony, a cosmic event unique to this reborn universe, was the ultimate expression of unity. Every 100,000 years, all conscious beings would synchronize their thoughts, merging into a collective oversoul to guide the next phase of cosmic evolution. As the moment drew near, the descendants of the original galactic races gathered. The Shroud, once humanity's greatest enemies, now existed as beings of pure thought. The Prism Collective had evolved into living constellations, their crystalline forms spanning entire star systems. The Void Dancers had become one with the cosmic background radiation, their movements orchestrating the very expansion of the universe. At the heart of it all stood the Terran Concordat, the evolved form of humanity. They had become living nexus points of reality, able to shape the cosmos with a mere thought. Yet, with great power came great responsibility, and they remained ever vigilant against the temptation of cosmic hubris. As the harmony began, a discordant note rippled through the cosmic symphony. In the depths of intergalactic space, an anomaly formed, a tear in the fabric of reality itself. Impossible, Zixthar, the ascended shroud consciousness, resonated. The old universe, it's bleeding through. Indeed, through the cosmic rift poured energies from the previous iteration of existence. With it came echoes of long-forgotten conflicts, primordial forces that threatened to unravel the harmony of the new cosmos. The Terran Concordat sprang into action. Elena, serving as a focal point, coordinated a response that spanned galaxies. "Contain the breach," she pulsed. "We must not let the old chaos contaminate our new order." What followed was a battle unlike any in cosmic history. The ascended beings wielded entire galaxies as weapons, rearranging solar systems to create cosmic force field. The Void Dancers wove intricate patterns in spacetime, seeking to stitch the very fabric of reality back together. But the rift continued to grow, and with it came a shocking revelation. Through the tear, they could see alternate versions of themselves, beings who had made different choices during the quantum crucible. These alternates existed in a universe still plagued by conflict, still struggling with the limitations of their former selves. "We have to help them." Marcus Chen's consciousness resonated. Though he too had ascended, he retained the compassion that had defined his mortal life. Elena hesitated. "If we interfere, we risk contaminating both realities, the cosmic laws. Are meant to serve life, not constrain it." Lilith, the liquid metal being now evolved into a sentient nebula, chimed in. "Perhaps this is the next step in our evolution, to become shepherds not just of one universe, but of the entire multiverse." As the ascended beings debated, tendrils of the old reality began to seep through the rift. Fragments of extinct civilizations, echoes of long-dead stars, and whispers of forgotten knowledge swirled into their perfect cosmos. In that moment, Elena made a decision that would reshape the nature of existence itself. "We will not close the rift," she declared. "We will expand it. Our universes will merge, and together, we will forge a new cosmic order greater than either of us could achieve alone." The announcement sent shockwaves through both realities. In the old universe, Beings who had only dreamed of such power now faced the prospect of cosmic ascension. In the new, the Ascended grappled with the idea of reintroducing chaos into their carefully cultivated harmony. What followed was the greatest undertaking in the history of consciousness. The Terran Concordat reached across the divide, joining minds with their alternate selves. Together, they began the monumental task of merging two entire universes. Galaxies collided and merged, their stellar populations mingling in cosmic reunion. The laws of physics themselves were rewritten, blending the best aspects of both realities. And at the heart of it all, consciousness itself evolved once more, reaching new heights of understanding and capability. As the cosmic merger neared completion, Elena found herself face to face with her alternate self, the Elena who had never ascended. In that moment of connection, both versions experienced a profound epiphany. We are neither the beginning nor the end, they realized in unison. We are but one thread in the grand tapestry of existence, forever growing, forever changing. As the last vestiges of the old universe merged with the new, a shockwave of consciousness swept across the newly forged reality. Every being, from the smallest quantum fluctuation to the grandest cosmic entity, felt a moment of perfect unity. In that eternal instant, the true nature of existence revealed itself. There was no ultimate end goal, no final form of evolution. There was only the journey, the eternal dance of consciousness exploring its own infinite potential. As the cosmic beings adjusted to their new, expanded reality, Elena addressed the unified cosmos. "We have transcended the boundaries of single universes," she proclaimed. "But our journey is far from over. Beyond our merged reality lie infinite others, each waiting to be discovered, to be understood, to be harmonized." And so, the ascended beings set their sights on new horizons. The cosmic symphony had gained new movements, new themes, new possibilities. What was once two separate universes now existed as a grand cosmic fugue, with consciousness itself as both composer and performer. As they prepared to explore the vastness of the multiverse, Elena shared a final thought with the cosmic collective. "We are the children of stardust, the guardians of reality, the shepherds of consciousness. Our quest for understanding is eternal, our potential limitless. In the grand cosmic symphony, every thought, every choice, every moment of awareness plays its part. Let us embrace the infinite, for we are the universe experiencing itself, and our song will echo through eternity." With that, the newly unified cosmic beings turned their attention to the unexplored vistas of the multiverse, ready to continue their eternal journey of discovery, growth, and transcendence. The cosmic symphony played on, its melodies now enriched by the harmonies of infinite realities, with humanity's ascended consciousness serving as its grand conductor. The greatest adventure in all of existence continued, unfolding across dimensions beyond imagination.